Rock quarrying. We've been doing this for years, my wife and I, the better part of 10 years. And every year we like to find ourselves a good 15 to 20 tons, sometimes more, of old foundation stone across western Pennsylvania. Most people will hire us to remove it. People do call us up for it, and occasionally we run across some and we ask them about it, and they'll give it to us for free. They pay pretty well too. It's a great job. I end up reselling them, the vast majority, but then we keep some as well for our own property and things we want to do along those lines and landscaping. We're currently about to build a large chicken coop out of stone, something fun. Lasts forever, I'll tell you that. And we've built other things as well, retaining walls, rock walls. We've sold we sold probably somewhere around 60 to 70 tons of stone in the last 5 years or so. A ton of stone, depending on what kind it is, can run you up to $1,000 for a ton, depending on what it is. I've sold it for more expensive than that. If it's really, really good quality stone, as you can see in those photos, it can go for more than that. So it's a lucrative job, a lucrative business if you know where to find the stone. And like I said, there are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of foundations, old foundations, and dilapidated buildings, and barns in particular in Western PA and all across America, where people just leave them abandoned. And if you get to know who it is and where it's at, and you offer the right price, or a lot of times they need it gone because they have no other way of getting out of there. They can't afford heavy equipment. They don't have the manpower, or they're too old, or they're not concerned about it. Literally, they'll give it away, and then you resell it. Like a stone like that you just saw my wife float up, easily sell that stone for 50, 60 bucks. Well, do the math. We'll come in the back of that truck. If you got 30 stones, it's like $1,800 easy. And that was a very common sell price and a very common occurrence, and still is. Right now, we probably have somewhere around 30 tons laying around the property, and every now and then somebody, a passerby, will ask me about them. If I feel up to it, I'll sell some. But we use a lot of them, and this fall and this year coming up in 2025, I have about 3 more projects, 3 more locations I'd like to get stone from. 2 of them are already in the works, and we intend on getting probably about 15 to 20 more tons this year, and I'll sell half of those, and then I'll add those little other half to what we have and start building this large chicken coop / barn. It should be a fun project. Stay tuned, guys. This stone here was the one that was way down there by that red barn. I don't know, probably 75 yards. That stone, we ended up weighing that stone. It weighed in at 360 pounds. That's right, 360 pounds. You definitely don't need a gym membership when you do this kind of work, which we do, a few months out of the year, plus chop wood, plus demolition, plus garbage removal in the forms of heavy garbage cans filled with junk. Junk as in garbage in homes and things like that. Moving pianos, moving services. We're always doing stuff like that. Excuse me. The one thing you have to be cognitive of is your back. Make sure you're warmed up. Make sure you have a strong back, strong glutes, and utilize your legs, which we do. I acquired an injury when I was in the Army, but it gets me fit sometimes. The wife has a bad shoulder, but overall, as you see right there, where you're trying to lift that up like handman helmet, now we have to use leverage. At that point, we're pretty exhausted too. We just flipped that thing 75 yards to the truck, and we already had about 2,000 pounds on the trailer, so we were filling it. But nonetheless, you guys kind of get it. A stone like that can sell for $30 to $40. Particularly if somebody's going to use that to etch like an address on it or something like that, or use it as a cornerstone. If I'm selling that in bulk, I'll sell that stone for 15 bucks. So if you're bringing 30 stones or 40 stones to a location like that, and I'm selling them bulk, I'm gonna give you a pretty good deal, 450 bucks, and you might get a ton of stone. If we're doing real particular, it's a squared up stone that's been hand forged or hand squared, I should say, or hand cut. So I'll sell that stone at a ton, 2,000 pounds, probably get you 20 stones, 100 pounds of stone, good squared up wall stone. You'll pay $1,500 to $1,800 for that. You go a little lower sometimes depending on how much you're going to get, but you get my point. We got 30 tons laying around like that, there's easily $30,000 in that stone. Hourly wise, I write all my hours down. I write everything we do. Through the years, it's come out that when it's just the wife and I, We make about $85 to $90 an hour doing this. That includes taking your gas out, it includes your food, all that. It includes your distance, your driving time, all the maintenance on your vehicles. It comes out to about $80, $90 an hour. So it's good money. It's definitely good money. It's a little bit of pocket change. You know, like I said, if you sell 30 tons a year, you can make an extra $30,000 by selling rocks and stone. They're everywhere. And people will be surprised. But it is a demographic and a part of business that takes some acquiring, getting to know, and you got to be strong. If you're not capable, you're not strong, forget about it. A lot of these places, homes, do not want heavy equipment on their property. This gentleman, excuse me, had us park at the road. He would not let us go into his yard. He didn't want us going into his yard. It's just the way it was. So we had to roll these stones out. It took us about 5 hours, and we got 3 loads that day. 5 hours to load them. About another 2 hours, it was dark once we got home, to bring them back to our place, which was about 20 miles from where we were at. But all those stones for 8 hours of work made us around $2,500. So those were going to a location that I already had predestined, and the guy was willing to pay for them. He paid us $2,500. We bought them a lot of stones, 3 loads to be exact, and that was including trailer and some of them were in the back of the truck. So it was definitely worth it. Yeah, so the money side of it can be very lucrative, and what we like about it is it's challenging, it's fun, it's different. It's definitely something off the beaten path. It's pretty eccentric. It's not something people do all the time. But like I said, you see that barn in the photo right there. That's one of our properties, one of our 3 properties we have. That barn over there, I found out the gentleman may want to get rid of those stones on the bottom for free. So hopefully that's another project that happens this year. We get them and we can build this castle slash barn slash chicken coop. It's going to be a whole plethora of things, but it's going to be pretty cool, guys. We'll do a video on it, let you guys see it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and kind of give you a different perspective on different things that can be done, not only to make money, but just to be eccentric, be different, to enjoy life, and to enjoy walking to a different beat of the drum, if you want to say that. My wife and I are definitely nomadic in that way. We think differently, we move differently, and we don't like to stay in one position or do one thing too long. We like to do a bunch of things, and that's what makes life fun. And there's that one rock wall from the beginning. We eventually ended up taking all those rocks, guys, every single one of them. In this wall alone was 18 tons. It took, it was actually 19 tons, almost 20 to be exact. It took 17 trips up there, and that was a 55-mile drive there and back. But it ended up being pretty lucrative for us. And this was one in Pittsburgh. A guy demoed part of his foundation from an old building. Yeah, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the other side of the river. It was about 47 miles from us. So it was quite the trip, but that guy actually paid us to remove those, and I resold those stones. Made a pretty good dollar off that as well. It was hard work, but like I said, we do it every year. Last year was a little less than usual, but this year we're getting back on it, guys. Hey, like and subscribe, guys. There's no more videos about stone work coming and stone projects. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Talk to you later.